You guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a great day. So anyways, guys, today I'm just gonna be briefly talking about a bunch of La House news that came out over the past month. I promised you guys this video. I got to a little disagreement and yeah, so anyways, let's start with the La House episode reviews. We got the episode On Tonight. On Tonight was a really great episode. It was weird to have Tex Hammond voice Lincoln because Tex Hammond is voiced like really deep in this episode, but I really enjoyed Lynn. This episode is definitely not No Such Luck 2. It was such a fun episode, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Next episode, we got Room and Horde. This episode is honestly amazing. It's absolutely a great episode, and yeah, so this episode is about a lot of kids trying to get rid of their things, but like wanting to keep their old things, but want to get new things, so they have to hide their new things and play with their old things. And yeah, this episode just great. This is the final time Tex Hammond will be voicing Lincoln, and yeah, I really had a fun time with this episode. This episode might be my favorite of the new season, and I give it, well, a 9 out of 10. It is such a great episode, and yeah, so anyways, we're moving on to the special episode. We got episode 100A and 100B. We got Star Wars Scorned. This episode was not that good of an episode. It is my least favorite episode of the new La House episode that came out. And yeah, so anyways, this one was about Lola being worried that Lily would be taking over her spotlight. So yeah, this episode was honestly a little bit of a disappointment, but I think it was a really fun episode, and I would not mind watching it again. And I will give this episode an 8 out of 10, and it's really, really good. The next episode we got is episode 100B, which is Senior Moment. This episode is honestly amazing. I love the plot about Lori, and trying with her friend Carol. It was so awesome to see Carol again in the show. And yeah, so anyways, I just had a lot of fun with this episode, and seeing like Lori and her friends do stuff fun last time is awesome. And yeah, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. This episode was probably my second favorite of the week. Then we got the episode San Hassos, which premiered the week after, and we got premieres for the Casa Grandes and the Loud House. This episode was about Lucy going to the beach with the Morticians Club. They are not excited because, beaches and sunshine and laughter and stuff. But then Lucy ends up liking the beach, and she just sneaks off and goes to play there. And her friends end up finding out, and they end up having some fun there. And yeah, this episode is honestly amazing. It was so much fun to watch. And I would give this episode fireworks. So anyway, guys, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Really good episode. Next episode we have is Real and Deal. So this one it's kind of a sequel to Snow Way Out in a way, because Bobby Fletcher returns and also Chandler returns. He's worse than ever now. But yeah. So anyways, in this episode, Lincoln like rigs the whole race so that Lana can win, because Lana builds her own car, which is not very stable when he's doing. But she ends up getting her ride with Bobby Fletcher, and this episode's really great. 8 out of 10. Probably my least favorite Lana episode this season. But anyways, moving on, we got Karma Chameleon from the Casa Grandes. These are the Casa Grandes episodes. This episode was honestly not that great, and just kidding. It was really great. I really enjoyed this episode a lot more than I thought I would. So, anyways, this episode was about the Changs going on a little trip for the weekend. And Mr. Scully ends up coming, and he hates reptiles, and he does not want him in the building. So the Casa Grandes have to hide him. This is really great. 8 out of 10. Next episode we have from the Casa Grandes is Team Effort. This episode was honestly amazing, and I just loved it so much. It was about Ronnie and her skateboard friends doing tricks and trying to get to have their own skateboarding club. It was just such a fun episode, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about Snake or Swim. Snake or Swim was about Bobby teaching Carl how to swim. I love this episode, and I give it a 9 out of 10. And no, 8 out of 10. And then there's also The Big Chill, which the kids try to get a AC, and I give that one a 7.5 out of 10. Now we got some brand new episodes revealed. So we got the final. So we've known about Friends in Dry Places and Coop Dreams for a while now, but we're getting a Double Dare crossover with the Loud House and Double Dare, which is honestly super exciting. And yeah. So anyways, the siblings asked Lisa to help get them on Double Dare. She accepts, I guess. And this episode Snoop's on, which is when Lenny and Lincoln go into Luna's diary. Like, why are these two, like, the two of the nicest characters on the show, kind of? I don't know why, but, you know. And it appears in a tweet by Sunny Eclipse that the Loud House Season 4 and the Casa Grande Season 1 will both be over by July. I'm kind of confused, like, how, but I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see, if that is, that would be great, kind of just get a break, because, you know, we've been getting a lot of these, and, you know, so anyways, guys, yeah, I'm just super excited, super stoked for this Double Dare Loud House crossover. Yeah, I love the Legends one, so let's see what this one can bring to the table. So, yeah, anyways, I hope these episodes are really good. And, yeah, so, anyways, now let's move on. So, on June 19th, June 19th, Nickelodeon released a video on their YouTube channel and the Loud House and the Casa Grande's YouTube channel about Clyde McBride talking about Juneteenth. This video was pretty cool and honestly amazing. Just have a cartoon character, have one of your favorite characters talking about history and stuff. And in this episode, Andre Robinson's Clyde sounded so much deeper. Like maybe season 5 might be maybe we might see the end of Andre Robinson as Clyde soon. I don't know, but the video was awesome. And now let's move on. So anyways, next thing we're talking about is the Loud House's 100th episode special. So anyways, in this episode, well, not episode, but they released some new art in this episode. Not in this episode, but online, doing an interview, which I will talk about something upcoming in a couple minutes. But yeah, so they released this art with all the Louds, Hop Hop, Myrtle, Kataro, all the pets, Sam, Rusty, Liam, Zach and Stella, Mr. Grouse, Flip, and Howard and Harold. And yeah, so basically, it's just an awesome little picture. I wish this was an episode. That would have been awesome. Maybe it will be an episode one day. Who knows? Next thing we're going to be talking about is this new Loud House comic graphic novel that came out. This is the 9th one. It's been a long time since the last one came out. And yeah, so anyways, this one was, I'm reviewing it real quick. This one was a great graphic novel. One of my favorites. My third favorite after Dark and Loud and Proud. And basically, I just had a lot of fun making it. Reading it. So basically, yeah. This episode was about Lincoln and his dad scheduling meetings with scheduling fun days with their friends at the same exact time, at the same exact day. And a meanwhile story, and it gets into a bunch of mischief. And a meanwhile story is that Rita takes the girls to a flea market, and they just have a bunch of cool stories to tell there. And Ronnie and Carlotta just appear in the background nowhere. They're just there. I don't know why. That's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, overall, I really love this one. I love the overarching stories ones, the ones that just tell one story, and that's just great. Number 3, 9 out of 10. Next, we got the Loud House Halloween special. I got this book this comic, like little, it's like a one short story. This was sent to me by the fan page of the Loud House and the Casa Grande. Go follow him on Twitter and subscribe to him on YouTube. But anyways, I won this on the Loud House Game Night Jeopardy, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, so I really love this one. It's awesome. Had a lot of fun reading this one. This is basically a sequel to the episode Tricked, but it's basically in comic form. And yeah, I really love reading about this, and it was just amazing. 8 out of 10. Yeah. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the Loud House, A Very Loud Christmas, the live-action Christmas movie, that upcoming Christmas movie for the Loud House. It should come in December, but since of this whole thing going on, it might not anymore. It might come out in 2021, or it could be scrapped or something, I don't know. But it appears that in an interview for the 100th episode that this is still happening. And I'm interested to see what they're doing with this. Anyways, next thing, this is just a brief thing. I already made a full video talking about this, but like the whole game. But in Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, Lincoln, Clyde, and Lucy will be playable characters. So yeah, so if you ever wanted Lincoln Loud in an actual video game that was released in stores, well, there's your chance. And look, he's front and center. So yeah, and anyways, since last time we had Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all your dads, your granddads, and everything. So then we're going to talk about some shorts real quick that aired during the Loud House episodes. That aired after the Loud House episodes. So we got the Maltese Bear. This episode was about the Maltese Bear. This episode was about Lenny being a detective trying to find who stole Lola's teddy bear with a bunch of money in it. Mrs. Sprinkles, I think that's her name. Yeah. So basically, it's just like a detective story. And I just really love this one. It's all in black and white and just hilarious, awesome, amazing. And Lenny's my favorite Loud sister, so 9 out of 10. Then we got the episode the short Put a Sock in It. This was another great short, 9 out of 10 for me as well. So this short, Lily is crying, and the Loud kid decided to put a puppet show on to make Lily laugh and stop crying, but she does not like the sock puppet shows, sadly. So she ended up just falling asleep, and she said a full sentence in this short, which is absolutely awesome, and I was not expecting that. She's like, "It was Lily's burger." So anyway, yeah guys, this was a 9 out of 10 short. And next short we got is the 10-headed beef short. Anyways, guys, this short was probably my least favorite short ever made by the Loud House. Kinda, it was okay, but I don't really like the kind of stories that this one's trying to tell. Like, I don't like any of those fantasy adventure quest stories. Kinda, I'm sorry. I mean, I like Star Wars, but this one just doesn't really do it for me. But the ending is hilarious. So anyway, this one gets a 7 out of 10 in my book. But next one we have is the final one that aired on TV after a new Loud House episode, was the episode King of the Chair. I keep saying episode. The short King of the Chair. This short was honestly my favorite short. I give it a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10 if I could, but it's just not 10 out of 10 material. But this short feels like an actual episode. That's why I keep mistaking it for an episode. It's just awesome. It's about the kid's dad winning a new chair, and the kids all mess it up and supply them with a new one. Yeah, it's amazing. Next one we got is the short robot sitcom. This one was released via YouTube, and yeah, so this one was really good. I really enjoyed this one. This was about Lisa's robots all living together. It was absolutely awesome. So anyways, guys, yeah, I really love this one. I wish we could see more shorts revolving around these characters and their little robot sitcom life. So anyways, I give this short an 8 out of 10. Really good one. Really, really good one. Next, we got the short Clyde and His Dad. This one recently released on YouTube, I guess because of Father's Day and everything like that. But Yeah, and Pride Month. But this one was about Clyde and his dad's trying to catch the cats so that they could go to the vet. It's a really funny short. 9 out of 10. And yeah, I really enjoyed these shorts and episodes and everything that has been on today. But yeah, so basically that's really all for this video. I hope you guys do enjoy. And I will see you guys next time on Loud House Fan 98.